Hello everyone, this is a video of what's going to be happening with the Jesus Revolution in film. Do you feel like you've been hated or mistreated or feeling like nobody cares about you? This same thing happened during the time of Dora the Explorer. During that time, it's a jungle out there. Oh, it's a jungle back home too. But Dora's used to that one. She and her parents have lived in the Amazon all her life, and she knows the place like the inside of her sometimes chatty backpack. Panthers, pythons, piranhas! They hold no fear for this rainforest vet. She skips through the jungle undergrowth and scrapes across its swamps with all the familiarity most kids have their own bedrooms. She even bursts into song on occasion, just like Snow White. It's a wonder that swarms of mosquitoes don't flock to hear her sing, but one cannot warble to disease-bearing insects forever. Dora's 16 now. Her backpack has long stopped talking. Her favorite companion, Boots the monkey, ate his boots long ago, and Dora's parents, their eyes on an adventure of their own, think it's about time that Dora leave the jungle and see more of the great wide world. Los Angeles, for starters. Diego, Dora's cousin and one-time BFF, lives in the City of Angels with his family. Dora can go to high school with him and make some friends that don't peek fleas out of their fur, presumably. Then Elena and Cole, Dora's mom and pop, can go out and search for a fabulous lost Incan city, knowing their little girl is safe. Their own adventure to track down a legendary lost Incan city protected by possibly supernatural guardians is certainly not suitable for a youngster. But when Dora lands in the States, she discovers that high school is a jungle of a different sort. Diego's not so interested in venturing as he used to be. He's got his own high school rep to consider now. Only one guy, Randy, dares to talk with Dora, but he's stuffed in lockers too often to be reliable conversationalist. But while Dora may be a nobody at the local school, she's still somebody in the jungle, and a few rainforest rapscallions she could be an assess. One afternoon, while on a field trip at the local history museum, Dora is kidnapped by nefarious evildoers. The villains, like Dora's parents, have a hankering to find the lost Incan city. They figure that Elena and Cole just might lead them to it and the rumored treasure therein, if they've got Dora in tow. So they nab her, along with Sammy, Randy, and Diego, who were in the wrong place at the wrong time, and fly them to the jungle. And really, how much trouble could a little chipper teenage girl and her 3 city spoiled friends be? Turns out, quite a bit. Those baddies take young Dora home after all. She and the jungle are old pals, as soon Dora just might be teaching her adversaries and her classmates too. A whole new tune I have to be myself, Dora tells an exasperated Diego. That's all I know how to do, and while image conscious, Diego would love for her to be someone else for a while. It's obvious that Dora's individuality is her greatest asset. First, there's the fact that Dora just knows a lot and comes prepared for pretty much everything, and while her emergency shelter and water purification kit were of dubious importance in high school, her preparedness pays off big time in the wild. The jungle is perfectly safe, she tells her reluctant fellow adventurers. Just don't touch anything or breathe too deeply. She guides her pals through the forest's ferny, thorny maze and mostly keeps them safe. They all learn to not just appreciate but love Dora's curious mix of expertise and enthusiasm, a reminder to the movie's young viewers that it's okay to learn, love, dig, exploring, and even sing now and then. But Dora learns a valuable lesson too. For years, Dora was pretty much on her own in the jungle, and she liked it that way, but she learns that you can't deal with the jungle, be it a metaphorical one or a literal one with snakes and stuff, all on your own. Make friends, her mother exhorts. That's real exploring. And it's not long before Dora learns that you need friends, you need a community to help you. Dora's community does help. Her friends might not recognize a poisonous frog immediately, but they offer to help in other ways. Sometimes one may have just a sort of skill they all need. Sometimes they work together for the greater good. They all contribute to the group's survival and the movie's happy ending. And by the credits roll, Dora has a whole new appreciation for these city dwellers. The original Dora in Dora the Explorer was proficient bilingual dynamo who went on grand innocent adventures with her monkey pal Boots and taught her young viewers everything from how to count to speak a few words in Spanish. The interactive show encouraged viewers to take part in Dora's exploits, often asking them to shout back at the television. And during its 179 episodes, it became one of Nickelodeon's most popular shows. It's hard to update a cultural icon, particularly one so firmly built to appeal to a preschool audience. Don't be afraid to be yourself. You can't do everything on your own. Persevere and everything will be fine. Those are good thoughts for Dora's now older audience who have more on their minds these days than just simple addition. And for a film to remind kids and that learning is cool, being yourself is important, embracing cheerily outlook will serve them in their own personal jungles, well, there's nothing wrong with that. This same story reminds me of an episode of The Chosen of indescribable compassion. Matthew and the Satyrian Gaius deliver Simon's tax payment to Praetor Quintus. Following the meeting with the Adaptation, Nicodemus tries to correct Shmuel for detaining John the Baptizer on the way back to Capernaum. A leper approaches Jesus and the group on the road, asking Jesus to heal him. Jesus cleanses the leper, telling him not to speak of it. The group leads to the house of Zebedee and his wife Salome. As Jesus preaches, a crowd gathers, drawing the attention of both Pharisees and Romans. After witnessing the miracle of the leper on the road earlier, an Egyptian named Tamar forces her way through the crowd to help her paralytic friend Ethan meet Jesus. Tamar's friends climb to and remove the rooftop, lowering the paralytic. Jesus forgives the paralytic, disturbing the onlooking Pharisees. Jesus heals the paralytic, and Matthew writes it down. Shmuel quickly calls on the Romans to seize Jesus. The disciples immediately flee, and Nicodemus seeks Mary Magdalene to meet with Jesus. Today we are in a situation again where many people feel like they are living the American nightmare. Without God, there isn't real hope in this world. But God won't leave us, because I believe that God is going to do great things, and it's already beginning. The Jesus Revolution film reminds us that Jesus is with us no matter what is happening in our world. I believe that pretty soon it's going to be happening everywhere. This is what revival is. Many people coming to Christ. Here at Cool Guys and Gals Big Studios, we're going to be making different kinds of Christian films. I want anyone who is desperate for the word to know that you will receive forgiveness in His name if you will just pray and ask God. It won't matter where you come from, or what you feel like, or if you feel like you're an outcast. Join us here. If you feel misunderstood and judged, this is where you belong. If you feel caught in something you've done or are doing, you will find forgiveness and freedom right here. No guilt trips. This is your home, and I want you to tell all of your friends about it. There's a place for you here. Thank you. God bless.